If I could change one thing to improve the economy, it would be to make sure that we focus on our workforce, to make sure that we have then the capability to attract businesses or to sustain the businesses that we have. And so we need to really invest in our kids. That, I think, is the answer.
I believe that bettering our programs in STEM, science, math, technology, and engineering is really important and vital.
More opportunities for more diverse education, especially higher education, so certificates and degrees, so preparing our workforce.
Get vocational schooling back into the high schools, VOAG back into the high schools, and invest in our youth.
I believe is to elevate the Navajo knowledge and skills and their abilities to use it around technologies and with the help of the state resources, institutions, educations, research, labs. We really need to partner, collaborate to make that a reality.
Definitely improve the education system. I think they need to invest a lot in internship and mentorship programs and also add courses that teach students how to be adults, how to do their taxes, their mortgages. And also I think another big thing would be investing on minority families.
I think the one big thing is we can't ignore 20% of our population that is suffering in New Mexico. So we have to address that issue. And part of that is coming up with livable compensation that it not only addresses wages, but also the secondary things, health insurance, retirement planning, all the everything we say someone needs to be self-sufficient in the United States and here in New Mexico.
There's no silver bullet except for us pulling together and deciding that we're going to spend our resources and our time and our energy in making New Mexico better for everyone. And for me, just having jobs is not that answer. We have to start thinking about how we raise our children, what kind of education. All of those kinds of things are really important.
Gaining and retaining small business in New Mexico. So right now there's a lot of barriers to entry. There's a lot of issues that we're talking about trying to get rid of so that we can both get outside businesses in and then also keep the ones that we have so that we're not losing them to other states.
I believe that if we spent more time and resources on developing retention and expansion for our small businesses as we do with recruitment activities, that we would benefit overall statewide.
If I can change several things to improve the economy in the state of New Mexico, it would be increase in economic development funding, true funding for economic development. We certainly need to go at the gross receipts tax reform, hold a harmless agreement. And we certainly need regulatory reform in the state of New Mexico.
New Mexico is blessed with one of the most multicultural and international and multilingual places in the world. And yet we don't celebrate that, and we don't put that as part of our economy. So if I could wave my magic wand, it would be to turn us into the most international of any of the United States. And to be a center for multicultural learning and enterprise.
Essentially, New Mexico is it's rich as ass orders of natural resources, and I do not believe that we put enough emphasis on that. I do not believe we put enough emphasis on the rural communities, and I feel that the urban communities are essentially getting the best deal, and I think that needs to be equalized, if not tilted in the other direction.
What I would do to improve the New Mexico economy is try to increase our water security. And by doing that, mainly we're looking at protection of our water sources, protecting ourselves from wildfire, and that means managing our watersheds at a large scale, at the scale that they occur, and mainly our forested watersheds where most of the water is coming from.
I would say that the relationship between the tribes and the state, both sides have a lot to offer in natural resources as well as the manpower on both sides, and that needs to be improved both ways.
One is come together and align ourselves behind a vision, a common vision for the state, and then two, start collaborating. And I think that's going to be the key, because there's a lot of good ideas in this town hall. And if we bring those ideas together and we decide to collaborate, we can go a long way.